this horizon, it's shining. Seems the daylight knows this is our time now. Where we're going, these dreams we're holding. Oh, and now we know it. All the world is ours to take.
Now, can you hear me? I cannot believe this day is finally here. You truly are my best friend, and today I get to become your wife. As I'm standing here in front of you, I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. You are everything I have always dreamed of, and so much more. These past 4 years together have been amazing. I cannot imagine a life without you in it. This year has been stressful, to say the least, but you continue to be my rock. You have always had a way of making me laugh, even when I want to cry. You make me feel safe when I'm afraid, and you always lift me up when I'm feeling down. I know that with any marriage, we will face many challenges together, but I promise I will always fight for us and never give up on you. I promise to always love you in good times and bad, in sickness and health, to be faithful, honest, and loyal to you. I promise to listen to you and be patient with you. I will celebrate your success and support you through misfortune. I will strive to make you happy and continue to make you laugh. I promise you will never have to face this world alone, as I will always be by your side. You are my other half, the love of my life, and I love you today, tomorrow, and every day for the rest of our lives.
Devon, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love and adore you. It won't be long. You are the sweetest and most caring person that I've ever met in my life. I know it may be a little weird, but I always told myself that one day when I find someone to spend the rest of my life with, I hope that she has some of the same qualities as my mother and grandparents, grandmothers. This year has brought us some ups and downs, but I believe it has helped us grow as a couple. I can't tell you enough how proud I am for furthering your career. Taking a position as an ICU nurse at basically the worst time ever with the virus. I know you were nervous and scared, but not once did you ever complain about going to work and doing your job. Even on your days off, you call the hospital to check in on your patients. Just shows how much you care. I'd be lying. I'd be lying to say that I woke up this morning so happy knowing that I'd be able to now support my wife. Just a little FYI. If they do not have tongue cuddling.
I got her here for you.
She gave you her blessing to marry her dad. I know it's hard for us not having our loved ones here who passed away, but I know they've been watching over us this whole time because they gave us this beautiful day. Seriously, I can't wait to be in our life together now and hopefully have some kids in the near future. I just want to let you know that I promise to always love you and protect you no matter what. I love you. How hard.
We can do anything.
minute to thank my parents, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Izzy, for making this week such a special one for Devon, Matt, and all of us here tonight. We were worried my dad wouldn't make it down the aisle, so the night's already off to a great start. We didn't think he'd fall down the aisle, but it's okay. I may be biased, but Devon and I truly have the greatest parents in the whole world. I think I speak for both Devon and I when I say thank you to the both of you for always being there to support us, to love us unconditionally, and to be our biggest cheerleaders. The last few months have not been easy, but my parents always remain positive with smiles on their faces and will do whatever it takes to make sure we are both happy. As many of you know, Devon is our family's real-life hero. She not only is one of the greatest nurses ever, but as you heard earlier from Matt, she became an ICU nurse just a few weeks before COVID hit our world. Commercials would pop up on the TV thanking essential workers or showing videos of doctors and nurses coming or leaving from work, and I would watch my parents get emotional. Not necessarily with sadness, as much as pride. Although they were both very worried about what was to come, about Devon getting sick, or what she was going to face each day, more than anything, they were really proud of her. I, too, have never been more proud to call Devon not only my sister, but my best friend. She has handled everything about the last 6 months with grace. She somehow continued to laugh and use her sense of humor to cheer us up when she was the one who needed cheering up. There's so much I could say about Devon and her character. She is kind, caring, genuine, and thoughtful. I can't imagine a patient having a better nurse than her. And I sure as hell can't imagine growing up with a better sister. I will say in front of all of you, Devon, although I was not always the nicest to you, I am sorry. In front of all these people, here's your apology. I love you with all my heart, and I can never express my gratitude for all you have done for me over the years. It's hard to realize or appreciate an amazing family until you are an adult. I've spent a lot of time over the last few years thanking God every day for my parents and Devon. Over the years, we've made so many memories together, and I know we are just getting started. My heart is so filled with joy and love tonight as we celebrate this amazing milestone in my little sister's life. However, as I drove down the shore last weekend, it hit me. We were no longer going to have the same last name. Needless to say, I sobbed the rest of the way down the shore. It hit me hard. Although this is such a special day for my little sister and for all of us, it clearly brings lots of emotions. I also wanted to thank all the Izzies for welcoming not only Devon into their family with open arms, but for welcoming me as well. Whether I'm down the shore and the Izzies include me on their dinner reservations, or Dee Dee buys an article of clothing that she doesn't like, she passes it along to me. They've always gone out of their way to make my sister and I feel like family. It's not always easy to gain in-laws, but I know Devon feels really lucky that she's gaining the Izzies as her family. And I know they are just as grateful to be gaining Devon. Mrs. Izzy said from day one that she knew Devon was the one.
So apparently Noel and I should have compared notes because there's quite a bit of overlap. Because that's why they say great minds think alike.
That's right.
So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike, and Matt and I have been friends since we met at Holy Cross in 6th grade. Promise I will be keeping my remarks brief, not only because I'm a lousy public speaker, but also because we've already kept Matt up well past his bedtime.
Well past his bedtime.
I would like to begin by thanking Mr. and Mrs. Newton, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Izzy for having us all here tonight. I think they're deserving a round of applause for making this night possible for all of us. So I was also there the night that Matt and Devon met. I was living in Conshohocken at the time, and Conchi was having its annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, which most of my friends were coming up for. The day started in the early afternoon, but I had to work that day, so I got there a few hours late. When I got to the Great American Pub, which is where everyone was, I immediately noticed two things. Number one, based on my friends' motor skills, or lack thereof, they had clearly been celebrating the holiday rather enthusiastically. Number two, Matt was not with the group. He was off by himself talking with a girl.
Yes, it was.
Hell yes!
Now to be clear, one of these two observations was predictable, but it was not the latter. So now I'm at the bar with my friends, and I'm trying to play catch up with shots of Jameson and pints of Guinness, and the hours pass by. And there are Matt and Devon, both looking to me to be completely sober in the midst of all these drunks dressed in green, and they're talking to each other pretty much exclusively. More time passes by, and we decide to finish up the night at a bar around the corner called Southern Cross. And I think to myself, okay, I guess this is where the night ends for Matt and this girl, but maybe I'll get her number and ask her out. Instead, Devon ends up coming with us. Now it's the point in the night when the crowd is beginning to thin, and I got a chance to talk to Devon a little bit more myself. My first impression of Devon was, this is obviously a very nice girl, and who knew you could meet a nice girl in a bar on a night when half the neighborhood can't see straight. So we spent the rest of the night at that bar with Matt and Devon off to the side, continuing to talk. And I can see Devon both engaged in the conversation she's having with Matt, but also looking on with an expression of amusement as me and my friends make fools of ourselves. So that was at least my perspective of like Matt and Devon's relationship began.
Accurate.
I guess the reason I wanted to share this story was because as Matt's friend, I have to say, and hopefully without it sounding too much like a cliche wedding speech compliment, because I mean it, that from very early on there was a sense that in Devon and Matt found a good thing. Devon, you are the real deal, genuinely caring, genuinely friendly, and genuinely a good person. It also doesn't hurt that you're a nurse, because Matt has had more stomach bugs than any other person I've ever met. Matt, I could not have asked for a better friend. Over the past 2 years, I've watched you work hard at building your business with diligence and integrity. Your thoughtfulness, selflessness, and loyalty to the people that you love are just a few of the characteristics that make you such a great friend. And I know they are the same qualities that will make you a great husband and father. So with that being said, please raise your glasses and help me. Cheers, Matt and Devon. Congrats on bringing us tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, like Mike said, I should have taken some notes, but they pretty much talked about exactly what I want to talk about. So I'm just going to make fun of Matt for a few minutes. You see him dancing out there? It costs $200 a week. So I feel like a lot of us here have been to either a bachelor or bachelorette party with your significant others and friends that are there. You don't really talk much about it. What'd you do? We went to the golf course. We hit the lake. We had dinner. That's about it. There's no questions. You know what? I'm going to break the rule. I'm going to talk about the bachelor party. You know why? My significant other didn't ask. Matt did. You know why? Because Matt was sleeping, like Mike said. 75% of the week. Right, fine.
Best night's sleep I ever got.
Slept like a baby.
It was about 50%, but when he wasn't sleeping, he was making rules about sleep. We don't get him usually past 11. Did you see Steve? Steve looks tired. I think we should wrap it up. When he wasn't making rules about sleeping, you know, he was breaking mine and Mike's stones. Oh, no mayo with my turkey and cheese sandwich? Only 2 bags of Doritos? You know I love Doritos. You got little bites? The muffins? I like the cupcakes. Sorry. My nose broke. No, seriously, Matt and I have been friends for close to 30 years, and Matt truly is the little sister that I never had. I have 3 sisters. Let me tell you what, they're a queen. That shows you how much he is. But we didn't fight about, you know, what clothing we're going to wear and how we couldn't match. Greg's that little sister. Actually, when it comes to clothing, we were always on the same page. We used to go down to see Al Avalon for the summer, and I'd be like, you know what, I need a new wardrobe for summer. I'm going to head over to Kohl's. They got 5 shirts for $20. I'm walking out of there, and the phone, I've been a little secret. I said, people don't know Kohl's got great deals. Hey, Matt, they got 5 shirts, slash down 20 more %. We'd have to see Al, we get a full wardrobe. $42 between the both of us. Like always cash included. No, we bicker over stupid stuff. Back to the shore, back when we were 18, 19, we used to go to Wildwood. Our favorite thing, we used to drive down the shore. We'd go to Wildwood, we had 2 groups of 4. We'd get there, we'd look at houses, we'd have cheesesteaks, we'd compare the houses. It was great. So you didn't always hit a home run with the houses. So one week, a couple of us went down there, Matt was there, I actually drove, which I never did. The next week, we had to go back. It's the night before we got to meet Bill, Mike, and Matt. Matt's going, all right, who's driving? I go, you're driving. He goes, you never drive. Yeah, you know what? I didn't drive. I never drove. You know why? Because I drove a crappy car. Literally, it stunk. Rob flew up in it. It was a 94 Chevrolet Cavalier 2-door. The seatbelt crossed over. Like, if you got T-bone, the door would open and you fly out. I just want to do. So we had an audience about who's driving. And Matt, I go, Matt, you're driving. He had a nice SUV. He had air conditioning. It was beautiful. He's getting mad. You can see he's getting mad. Don't know. You're driving. You never drive. But Matt, I drove last week. He goes, I wasn't there. You drove. Bill and Mike are starting to laugh. I got an audience like a little kid. I'm like, ugh. I go, Matt, true or false? Didn't I drive last week? He got so swatted at. He struck me. So Matt, Mike and Bill real quick broke it up. But for me and Matt, we never had to talk. It was silly. You know what he did the next day? He bought me a cheese steak. Cheesesteak and cheese fries. It was squashed. As we were growing up as kids, we'd either play mini hockey, whether it was at Izzy's house or my mom's house. And one thing was always constant. There was great snacks. There's Starburst, Doritos, Dunkaroos. So you know what? Shame on me and Mike for not having the right snacks. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mrs. But when we were playing mini hockey, whether it was at my house with my brother, who was bigger than us, or over the Izzy's with Steve and Chris, who were O'Hara hockey players. We had Marty over there, junior hockey. Izzy was on the Hawks, and then who we had? We had Bede. I was like Goldberg, Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks were good. I was playing Team Iceland every time. That used to check me in the boards and come on with the new brews. As we got a little bit older, the competition kept going. We're always competitive. We would play basketball 1-on-1, and there used to be steaks. It'd be real windy out in the city. The steaks, they were a lot of money. Cheese steaks. Like cheesesteaks, tasty treats, right? Matt's actually the first one to introduce me to golf. He's like, you gotta play. You gotta play. I got a bag for you. I got all the balls you could have because at the time his grandfather was working at the driving range. Bag balls will be fine. I shot 42 over. I was like, even possible. The end of the day, we had 0 balls left, a lot of laughs, and some cheesesteaks. So I'll wrap it up with this. Yesterday was Matt's last day as a single man, whatever that means. We went out to play Springfield. There's Augusta-like conditions out there, man. We played bad, we laughed. We tried to make a reservation after. So it didn't happen. So what did we do? We went back to Matt's house. We laughed, and we got cheesesteaks. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for us, for our group of friends, our little family, some things don't change. We like laughing. We're competitive, and we're always going to eat cheesesteaks. Devon, I guess I couldn't be more excited for today. You look absolutely gorgeous in this beautiful venue.
Yes, he does.
I can't wait to watch you guys grow together, to come into our little family, to laugh. I can't wait to watch you guys laugh together. So with that, I'd just like to cheers the new Mr. and Mrs. Izzy.
Cheers.